It's the season finale of Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 9, Episode 14, Lockdown. The crew is burning their baggage. They're turning up in Costa Rica, and Safaree seals the deal with Erica. Stay tuned. We're going to talk all about it right here.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I love hearing Maria's voice on a little bit. Like the little switch. She's like, now.
I feel like so retro.
Like 70s, like 80s, in a diner.
You gotta do the little. Welcome back, you guys. It's about that time. Love and Hip Hop New York has wrapped to season finale. It's over. Next episode will be the reunion, but straight mess, you guys. I'm your host, Miss Conversation Peace. I got my girls with me. We're gonna get into this episode. Lockdown.
Yes, hi guys. It's Thelmyy Baysway Daniel. So happy to be here.
Hola, it's Rhavin with the V here.
Yes, what's up, everyone? I'm Kayla Rene'e.
Yes, full panel today. I'm so excited.
I'm so glad.
This episode was full of excitement. What do you think overall?
I just thought that it was really good to see things simmer down because the last episode, people's veins were popping out. I was just like, where's this going to go? So it did get a little hype a little more when they were having the conversation, but I was really happy to see apologies that were like long overdue and just some mature conversation. So overall, pretty good.
Full of emotions. Still a little angry in the beginning. I don't know if y'all even noticed that Joe Budden ripped the back of his shirt.
I did, because I screenshot it, and it's part of the news segment. For those that tune in.
Calm down. Like,
spoiler alert.
I'm just saying, how you get that mad? Like, his feet digging in the sand, shirt ripped. Like,
he was ready.
He was hooked.
Other than
that,
I feel like it was a good ending to the season because we watched a lot of people evolve, a lot of love blossom, and I've noticed that New York has become like the grown and sexy franchise. I mean, it's not as ratchet as a lot of the other, other cities. Miami. But,
not
like,
as ratchet.
They evolved. It was grown. It was a good ending for me.
I'm kind of glad it's over, to be honest. But but a part of me kind of feels like it was rushed. Look, everything is so drawn out. But a part of me kind of feels like it was rushed. It just it felt like Kimbella's engagement happened so fast, and then it was like the wedding already was there. Then it was like you turn around and like Sin got engaged. Like it was just like boom, boom, boom.
And then you turn around again and
exactly.
Safaree
Engaged, and then it was like Rich getting all mad. So it was like, whoa,
they had to
this
rush.
happened real fast. I'm like, wrap it up then, huh? Quavo voice, like wrap it up.
They had to rush, for Jewels and Kimbella though.
That's a low-key shade. They had to rush for the jail sentence. His 27 months.
You guys, I just want to get into like the whole. Let's get right into that. The whole situation of having to rush to get married, or even the fact that he asked at the sentencing.
The wrong time.
Yeah, like
it was such an awkward time.
Can we just talk about his outfit to this?
He looked like he was going to New Year's Eve.
You know what?
It was New Year's Eve.
Oh, you wasn't feeling the trench?
That was the only
You
suit
wasn't
he
feeling
had.
the trench coat? No.
That was the only suit he had. If he had the whole bow tie.
Okay, but if we're going to talk about his outfit, then we need to talk about his counterpart's outfit as well, because while he looked very warm and they showed the top half of Kimbella, and I was like, oh, she got her fur. And then when I saw the bottom half, I was like, where are the rest of her clothes?
Can she be classy in court? Hello.
I mean, like, back in the day, we'd be having our church outfits on and
I'm saying,
best suit to go to court.
Listen, you don't know who you're going to face, okay? You're not coming in there playing these games. But
what kind of games are we playing with short skirts?
You can't to each his own.
I'm just saying, if she wore pants, I think she would have got at least 3 months off the sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have helped her man out. She should have got her outfit together.
I am not the
3 months off, 90 days off, okay?
90 days, just because you came in there classy. Like
that can help, I'm telling you.
Because think about sitting with a skirt or a dress that short, like. Think about when you sit. It's already short when you're standing. When you sit, it just hikes up even more. You got all the upper thigh and the lower booty cheek.
She was covered for her wedding.
They was probably looking like drug dealers.
She looks wonderful.
She looked beautiful.
Oh my goodness, guys.
I'm sorry, what I meant?
Sorry, I was like, they was probably looking like a drug dealer couple in a courtroom.
Well,
this
the
outfit
thing.
was short, so it's like
there was some
the
positive.
judges probably looking.
There was some positive things that happened because of this sentencing, right? Like they got engaged, they got married. He's sober now, so
it wasn't the worst news. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst.
Right.
You know?
So we're looking at the bright side of things too. So
okay, well then,
that
if we're talking about the bright side, can we just start at the beginning of this episode when they were burning stuff?
yeah.
Can we the whole like
Some positivity.
drawing?
Was it that positive?
I was very I was very proud of Yandy. I was very proud of Yandy.
Yeah, I know, because the truth is, the thing that I realized with them is just like everything is happening, not that you realize it, but like everything is happening, they haven't even seen the show yet. So it's no surprise to me that after watching it, you might have a different perspective because you go off of what somebody told you. I didn't say this or I said it this way. But I will say that Kimbella did admit, I am like happy with Yandy, you know how I feel about that situation, but was happy to hear Kimbella say like, okay, I was really upset at you, so that's where a lot of these things were coming from. And I thought she thought that was like a blanket apology, like, in case you hear anything, I was really upset. So,
I want to touch on that. So when you're upset with someone and they're your friend, or even if they're not your close friend, is it okay to be going around talking mess until you guys hash it out and you're like, oh no, we cool now, so I ain't gonna say nothing now. But
that was like that was like Jonathan's character.
Yeah, like before we made amends, you were just talking about me to everybody in New York. So, like, how do you handle that?
And I mean, any and everybody. Like, and I think, like, when it comes to people who are that close, now you want to bring them, we had kids together, we grew up together. Well, if we did all that, we could have kept it about show. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter to me. I just feel like, even friends that you fall off with, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not hitting for your jugular, because, like, it's just, love is love. I still love you. We're still friends. Maybe I'm just not cool with you at this time, or whatever the situation may be. It's just like you can't go around walking like that and really putting somebody's name in the mud and like, oh, I was just upset. Like, no.
Well, that's the difference of being mature versus like being in junior high or just having a high school mentality.
Kim and Yandy just have like a weird relationship altogether. Like,
but it was the first time. It was the first time we hear Yandy admit to being selfish. Like, you're right. I was not thinking about you. Like, you think about, Yandy's always the one with this persona, like, I've got way too much going on in my life. I don't have time for this. I don't have time. I got businesses. My man is locked up. I got kids, all this kind of stuff. You always hear that, like, I have no time for this. And for her to actually sit back and say, you know what, I was being selfish. I was wrong. And even if you don't want to take any blame, I will take all of that. And that was big for Yandy in my eyes, because she don't get down like that ever. It doesn't even matter.
I kind of wonder how long it's going to last, though.
Because I really don't know.
Because it's like, I love Yandy, but at the same time, I kind of feel like her character is always going to be that, like, that stubborn, selfish kind of person. She's always been that, like, oh, I got the kids, I can't be out here with the drama, my man, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's really not going to change.
We
so
have
it's
not
like,
seen her post anything about, Kimbella within the last few weeks.
But, like, Yandy's actually out here being a whole civil rights activist. Like, let's chill. Like, she actually has things to do. So I'm sorry, but, like,
oh my goodness.
That video we posted.
No, but let's be real. Like,
but again, even if we think about Kimbella, like, Kimbella said she posted something weird about her and Yandy, 2 weeks ago as well. Yeah. So I think we really won't get the real answer until the reunion.
So speaking of some friends that are having issues, Joe and Safaree. So at this fire, burning baggage. So basically, Joe's upset because he feels like he didn't get the heads up about Erica. Safaree's like, he's trying to keep everything private. Do you feel like you can keep, certain aspects of your life private from friends, and should they take offense to that? Because, he didn't want to put it out there because it might not last, or it might be, some drama that comes into his life.
To be honest, I was actually I agreed with Safaree on this whole entire, the whole entire show, because it was just like everybody was pressing him left and right, and it was just like he really doesn't owe anybody anything. And the fact that Erica was never around anybody was just kind of like, why are we still talking about this?
Even if they ask directly, like, you don't feel like, if I ask you directly, did you see Safaree?
The only thing about that is, like, we don't. Well, like, what was it? Like, they seen her at the pool or tanning or something like that?
I saw her on Instagram.
But, like, honestly, like, Exhibit A, you're kissing the baby together, like, at Hip Hop Squares. Next.
This is my feeling. I do agree with you, Kayla, when you're like, he doesn't owe anyone an explanation. At the same time, if you've been asked directly and you just straight out lie.
He didn't, though.
Like, So you believe him?
For a fact, I believe him.
So you believe that Joe didn't ask him ahead of time?
No, Eric, he probably did, but he had no intent. Safaree wasn't even supposed to be on the trip.
Okay, but then we see later down the road that Rich had asked him if he was dating her, and he also said, no, I'm not messing with her. So there's a pattern. But what I was trying to say is, all the times he was in his little confessional, and he was like, I want to keep the dearest things close to me and secret, or I don't have to tell them. Then just say that. Mm-hmm. Just say that. You don't have to just be like, Well, I feel like keep it real and just be like, you know what? And if you think about it, they say they're friends, but if you think about the proposal that he did to Erica Mena and all that, none of them was in that video. Like, his people from his childhood are in that video. Those are the people that probably knew. Those are his close friends. Like, we just work together. We're not really friends like that. So I don't have to tell you anything, but just say that. Mm-hmm. Instead of like shutting down and retreating. They be more real in the confessionals than they do.
I think they hang out and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, they don't like Erica, so why would he invite them?
And the judgment, who wants that?
But outside of that, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if they asked him straight up, he's going to say straight up. You don't know the stage their relationship was in at that time. These things are pre-taped. Like, at the end of the day, these are cast members, which is why we're kind of some people are making fun of, like, Kimbella. Like, okay, like, are these your real friends, your bridesmaids? Because, like, we all look at it like, these are not your real friends.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I don't owe you guys anything. Of course, if somebody asks you anything directly, tell the truth.
That's all I'm saying.
We don't know the timeline.
You have some real friends in your wedding, though. Like,
I don't know. It's not real friends if you just met, like, a couple weeks at the beginning of the season, and if you're done being friends by the end of the season.
I don't want no randoms in my wedding, period.
What was Juju's issue with Erica? What was Juju's issue with Erica? Because even on the beach, like, Juju was, like, the main one who got at Safaree, too. Like, we don't like Erica, so why would you bring her here? And it was just like, I was like, when did Juju and Erica get into an issue that... I'm like, the only people that had an issue would be Sin and Joe, right? Who else is she beefing with?
She might be friends with somebody that's not cool with...
Juju be riding for... She be riding for her friends.
Erica and Kimbella hate each other.
Oh, I remember. Okay, back in the day. They still ain't got over that.
No, they ain't never get over that.
I forgot about that. But going back to...
I
remember that. Ooh, that was a good one.
Wasn't that over like that?
Yeah. It was over fat, but also, like, somebody talked about somebody's child. Again, it was a child, like...
Don't do that.
Kim said something, let me not even act like I remember the whole thing, but I just know somebody's child was brought up.
I think she did call Erica a bad mom or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. It's like, girl... Don't throw stones and hide your hands.
Going back to burning stuff and everybody getting things off their chest, and I was happy with how Joe took some responsibility with Sin, but I still wanted him to kind of address, like, I didn't have to really pop off at Safaree. Like, it was just like, I'm glad, because you and Sin, that's home. That's what matters. Mm-hmm. But you ripped your shirt, you had your feet digging in the sand. You said you wanted to put his face in the sand. Like, it was a bit much. Like, you're operating from a space of fear or anger, too, or something like that. Like, let's address all of that.
I said Safaree was like Arrested Development or something like that. I was like, well, the big words.
I just feel like honest about your age. At that age, you need to have a handle on your anger. You're not in elementary school. Like, you are taught tools. Use your tools. Breathe. Have a conversation.
Especially because, like, that was really crazy to me.
Safaree was calm, so it's just like that's the reason it blew over. Like,
but it's like,
I mean, it doesn't matter if he apologized because it was like it wasn't like a heated exchange like Yandy and Kimbella. Like every time they saw each other, it was like blow up. It was just like Safaree was just kind of sitting there like.
But we also see Safaree like. He retreats very often. And I feel like if Joe would have hit him with maybe a different tone, like if I've talked to any one of you guys about something big and then, it comes back around and I'm like, hey, I felt some type of way about this. And there's some sincerity there instead of like, woo, 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 woo. You're going to automatically just either get defensive or you're going to retreat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I'm like, that really, like, I just feel some type of way about that, and I wish you would have been able to communicate with me. Or, like, it's communication, y'all. We grown.
Everybody's not meant to be friends. They're just thrown into this, basically. And, like Safaree said towards the end of the episode, he's in love. It doesn't matter if he loses friends. So,
people know exactly. And people know who to try. Mm-hmm. People know who to get all, like, rah with.
Safaree might kick his butt.
Safaree's such a chill person, though. Like, why Safaree ever turns up on somebody?
Joe, Are you kidding me? Please.
I think Safaree would punch him in the face.
Just because somebody's
He is
calm
Jamaican.
and like, yeah,
Joe
just because
needs to
somebody's calm
kind of
doesn't
take
mean
a step
anything.
down though, because it's like you're surrounded by a bunch of like late 20-year-olds. You
Ego
know what I mean?
stroker.
Like we're all
He
like
gonna get
26,
jumped.
27,
He gonna
28,
get jumped.
29. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like literally like 40. So it's like, you know what I mean? We're kind of like 10, 11, 12 years younger than you. So it's like, you know, different people's behavior. We got to go through stuff.
She said, "Simmer down, Papa Joe."
Someone in Latina?
Abuelo.
Abuela.
Well,
that's yeah.
Before we go on to the next topic, I just want to thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. You can subscribe to our other channels. We talk about everything from sci-fi to wrestling to sports. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and make sure you give us a 5-star rating on iTunes.
Yes.
And we all love being hosts on AfterBuzz TV. So we just appreciate the support. Thank you so much.
We're
Absolutely.
on Spotify too. So
Oh yes,
check us
Hey,
out.
we lit. So another person who wants to confront Safaree is Rich, and
He's so pressed.
it's been 5 years since he's dated Erica, but she's in everybody's mouth. Like I mean, she's been on everybody's mouth. It seems
When you're
like.
hot.
No, I'm saying she's been on everybody's mouth.
Wow.
Like,
That's a little
Oh.
risque.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
She said to clarify.
She's dated Sin, Rich.
She get around.
And
Who
no,
else?
can we not with this rhetoric?
Okay.
No, I'm so sorry. First, I had to let the pantsuit thing slide, but no, we're not about to like slut shame Erica Mena. It's
No,
just
no,
not
that could
happening.
be.
I'm not
That's,
slut
don't
shaming.
take it out of context. That
It's
could be
not,
different
yeah,
meanings.
especially because Rich has.
Rich definitely been around the block.
Thank
If
you. There's an
Oh,
entire.
you dated
Excuse me.
everybody.
There's a
Corner.
squad of men called the Creep
Creep
Squad.
Squad, yeah,
Like,
we
let's
know.
not even go there. Honestly, like, please, no. I object.
Her and
that
Safaree
slut
about to make a
shaming?
bag because it's like they're
Yeah.
literally like the female and male version of like being on different franchises. So it's like they about to make a bag together. Watch.
They
Like,
do love
Yeah.
to travel. And they met on a show.
And they're full of drama and mess. So yeah, it works out
Ding.
for everybody. So the same thing. Do you feel like Rich has any say so to Safaree? Like,
No,
because he's an actual
no.
ex. He's an actual ex.
That's so pressed though because it's like I wish my ex from 10 years ago would come up to my new man and be like, we
But
dated
you're-
10 years, five. What did he say? 5 years ago. Like we dated 5 years ago. I asked you. Like it don't even matter at this
But
point,
we're
Rich. Like
hanging out.
it's so
Like, if
dead
you're
and
hanging
gone.
out
No.
with someone and then they turn up
The
engaged to your ex.
The degrees of separation
It's
are
kinda
just so close.
I don't really catch Rich and Safaree kicking it like that though.
No, they've been talking about it. That they've been hanging out.
I don't know. If the truth, listen, look at me. For me, it's an if-then statement. If their relationships are what they say they are in terms of these friendships, then Safaree should have been more forthcoming.
That's true.
That's
People
it.
just definitely don't care about their friendship. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
if
if
I didn't
that's
tell
the
you,
case.
that literally shows.
Well, Mano
My
said
colors.
he knew that Safaree wasn't his friend. He don't understand why everybody's so pressed, and he invited Safaree to the studio, but Safaree didn't show up. So I don't know.
And isn't
if-
Mano the one that he told that he wanted to get Erica Mena pregnant like after a basketball
Did he?
Yeah.
game? It's like of all people, Mano's the person that
Man, that's
you
so messy. Like, he's so
confide
low-key
in.
messy.
I think the producer set that up.
His
like,
messiness is real smooth too.
It
When
is.
he
Yeah.
just throws it out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I saw you with old girl matching first.
Yeah,
we
matching
synced you.
first.
We synced you. Didn't you tell me you want to have a baby? Like what?
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
actually-
I definitely see both sides. So if they're friends, then yes, definitely.
I don't know. That's ridiculous.
Safaree, live your
I'm
life.
sorry.
But we did talk about how Erica last week, you came up with a really good hypothesis that I just really get behind, which is just like Erica seems to be somebody who is very strong-minded, and if she has made a decision and they've come to a decision as a couple as to what they're doing, you never know. Like if they're in that kind of relationship, you never know if he's going back and telling her, oh, this person asked me. There's like they don't owe them anything. Don't tell them
That's
this.
exactly what
So
I was
that
saying.
could be
She's
the-
probably saying
that
that
could be the case, and he's like, listen, my lady over everybody, so feel how you want. It is what it is. I've drawn the line in my
I'm
the
Team
sand.
Safaree.
Team Safaree on this. We're all Team Safaree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, wait, is it Team Safaree versus everyone or just Team Safaree?
Everyone. He's,
Oh,
You
okay.
know it's
wrong.
Safaree versus everyone.
Safaree versus
Because I mean, I
everybody.
still,
You riding
I
with
still
Erica
ride
at
with
this
like
point.
Joe and Sin, you know,
I love Joe and
as
Sin.
Oh,
a
yeah, I
unit.
love them too.
But like,
No, we're just saying in this instance.
yeah, I just feel like he gets
Also-
bullied a lot.
But also, they could be like keeping things from us because there's a spinoff coming.
Oh, there's a baby.
Oh yeah.
I told you it's a bag. Like Mona is behind this whole thing. Like both of them are like the same type of character. Like you know what I mean? They're same personality. So it's like they go hand in hand. They're like
how long do you
every
think this
season, every
relationship is gonna
franchise.
last?
I think it's gonna last.
They're gonna last for a while.
I think it's gonna last for a while
Erica's
too.
gonna get
Did you
her
see that
babies out of this
proposal?
relationship.
They said
Erica
she's a
usually-
Scorpio.
She usually stays in long relationships though. Like most of her relationships, at least I don't know about this last one, but I'm like her and Bow Wow was together for a little minute.
Sin was not a long one. Rich was not long.
I will never
Her and
forget.
Rich
Bow
were
Wow
on
was
and off
not
for like some years though. I feel like her and Bow Wow were together for like a couple years.
That was, okay.
I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, Erica Mena's a lover.
She is.
She loves being in relationships.
She's a
Safaree's
Scorpio.
a lover.
And Safaree's a Cancer. That's a perfect match. So we'll see if it lasts.
Cancer, yikes.
That
girl,
wedding is
good
for
He's
luck.
so
sure.
emotional. Like I'm like he's so emotional.
That wedding
No
is for
wonder.
sure
Yeah, they
going
are.
to be on someone's network if it's not VH1.
It's
Someone's gonna
definitely
grab
gonna
it.
be VH1.
Listen.
Well,
it
let's
might
get
be-
into some tweets. We got some really juicy tweets from people that have been watching the show. And
really juicy.
I
this
love
one
this
is
meme
really
so
funny.
much.
How come Yandy ain't went to see Mendices all season?
He looking
with
out the window
with
like
the heads not.
She got too much going on. She got businesses
She got
and kids, and
businesses.
She can't see her
fostering.
She was
outside being
she
an
fostering
activist.
kids and activists and.
I really
Wait a
can't
minute.
with you girls.
All right, next tweet. Wait a minute, Jules' name is LaRon James.
I see that Soulja Boy when it was like that too. It was like LaRon. I got a cousin named LaRon though, so it was like.
But
it doesn't-
LeBron
He's
James
Puerto
sounds
Rican or
so close to
something.
LeBron James. It's
Yeah,
just
it
like,
really
LaRon James. That's funny.
So does this mean Erica and Safaree will be on Love and Hip
Told
Hop
you,
ATL?
yeah,
Girl,
they
we
are. You know
already
they
know.
making
He
it
got a
move.
house. He's ready to move in
Spoiler.
to
You know they're
ATL,
making
shawty.
a move.
ATL, shawty. I ain't mad at you. It's sad when the men are messier than the women on
No,
Love
it's
and Hip
not.
Hop.
No, it's not. Because men in 2019, men are messier than the women. I'm
I think
sorry.
they've been messier
I don't
than
like
women.
that.
It's just coming to light more.
Yeah, but
Oh, look, you guys. So I seen this. So it was like some guy said. So my theory is that Erica Mena and Safaree was in the jacuzzi while Sin was twerking, and that's why Joe was so pissed at Sin and Safaree.
Ooh.
I was like, that's I know.
That
I
is
was
a
like,
good
that's
one.
a
I can
good
get
one.
behind that. 'Cause
That's
Sin-
a good one because
Oh,
he was
wow.
hot.
Really
He was
been
hot.
thinking, okay.
That's a good one.
That would be a
really-
reason.
Okay, that would be
That had me
a reason
thinking.
to rip your shirt. Like
Yeah,
that
to
would
hook
be
up. Yeah, to hook up like
to
that.
hook up like that. Because sometimes
She
like, I
was
was
just
so
having fun.
disappointed.
But I don't think Sin will be twerking with Erica. That's the only thing.
Yeah, never know.
I
You
don't
never
think
know. But yeah, so
Yeah,
they try to clown Safaree every chance they get, but that man doesn't owe you anything. He didn't tell you when she came, but all that hostility is not called for. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Going back to him, you know,
Agreed,
overreacting.
Demetrius.
But yeah, I think that was it. Let's go into.
All right,
We're not
well,
going to. I think
we
that's all
can
our tweets
play a little bit of Guess That Bar. You guys
again,
already
like-
know.
I did
Guess
so
That
good
Bar.
last week. I was
Yes,
so
you
proud of
did.
myself.
Amazing. Guess That Bar is where I read the lyrics in
I gotta
monotone,
recover.
and the ladies have to guess the song and the artist.
I love how she says in monotone,
Wait,
like she
song
can do
and
anything in
artist? I thought it was
monotone.
just the name of the
Like,
song.
Sorry, my bad.
You gotta do
that's
her
a gift.
voiceover.
That's a gift, okay? But there's nothing you do in monotone, my friend.
excuse me, Miss Conversation Piece. I thought it was just the name of the song, so now it's the name and the artist?
Yeah, both.
Oh.
It was always both.
Oh.
You know, all we gotta do is keep singing the song from where she left off,
I'm
and she gonna
definitely
give
like,
it to us.
oh, it's that one song. But it's like, now you gotta
Okay.
get the name and the.
All you gotta do is
Number
sing the next
one.
line.
Don't cheat either, because you're sitting gotta
That
go.
man over there got the extra eyes.
Pulled up in the Phantom, pulled off with a dancer. Got a pocket full
Pull
of
it up with a
money.
phantom.
Can't-
Hands up with a dancer. I know what song this is.
Kind of hard to keep my pants up.
Oh.
Trying to run them bands up. That's
Some
what girl with
Migos?
my hands
Yes,
up.
the
I'm
Migos
like,
for
I'm
sure.
like, Migos?
But it's like, it's Quavo. And
Duffel bags in the Escalade.
Okay, I'm
Call the
not doing
bee
this.
in the bread truck.
I'm not doing
Got
this.
the bee in the retarded. Call the
Get
Uber
to the
for a
hook.
spare truck.
Get to the chorus part.
I know
Okay,
what
you
song
guys
this is.
ain't wrong. I'm just gonna.
Damn, we just blew it. Huh?
I just
Yes,
sang
over
it, so
for you guys.
I just hope you guys know I get like a half point or something.
No, that
did
wasn't
a
even the right
quarter.
cadence. It wasn't
Yeah,
right.
that
that's the right
is.
cadence.
Pull it up and-
Let's
okay.
hear
It wasn't right, honey. Are we
Let
playing
you
it?
go.
Are we playing it, Jonathan?
Play it, Jonathan.
This looks like some 2 Chainz.
Oh,
hey. Exactly. Watch that
First
little
of
bit.
all,
Just watch out, love.
little bit. You know what? I'm done. First of all,
Pulled up in the Phantom.
this just goes
Yeah.
to show
Pulled
that
off
like
with a dancer.
that's not even like an original
Is it
thing
that
because
Titty
everybody
Boy?
pulls up in a
Yeah.
Phantom. Every rap song they're pulling up in a Phantom.
You so classy.
Pulling up with a
Titty
demon
boy.
on
Okay,
God.
well,
Yes,
let's
Titty
see if
boy,
you get number
yes.
2. Let's
Okay.
see if you get number 2 right.
Let's try it again.
So she really went
Back
wrong.
to Rick. All respect to those who break their neck to keep their H's in check. Cause they sweat up brother majorly.
Y'all,
This is so inappropriate. I did not like
I'm
the
feeling
song.
miserably.
I don't know why your girl
Majorly.
keeps paging me.
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know why your girl keeps
She
paging
tells
me.
me that she needs me.
Okay, we
that
know
you
what
ain't
song
giving
it
it
is.
Tupac.
No.
I get around.
Yeah.
I was just watching Poetic
Jump
Justice
down
the other day.
Don't call it a comeback. Yeah.
Kayla.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
I get around.
Shout out to Nagad. I'm hoping I'm saying this right in the chat. They definitely guessed 2 Chainz for the last
they
song.
did?
Yes,
Shout out to you. For playing along.
Nagad or Najad? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Hey, you know they will.
I know.
Okay, last one. I go on and on. They can't understand.
I go
how
on
last
and
so long.
on. Can't understand how that's so long.
Yes, 50,000 hours.
Baby, hit my beat, that's Texas, baby.
Hey.
B.I.
Oh my goodness.
B.I.
Tell us how you really feel.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for playing Guess That Bar. This was a fun one. We got some answers correct this time.
I got one at least.
I started to, take it easy on you guys because
I
I know
appreciate
y'all.
it, child. 'Cause I'll be feeling old.
We
I'm
got
like,
back to beginner.
Well,
beginner
everybody
mode.
know Too Short. This was a throwback.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's get into our breaking news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Ooh, it's not really tea, it's just, a little screenshot.
It's lemonade?
Yeah, basically a little refresher.
little razzle dazzle.
A little sip of water with a lemon.
With a squeeze. A little
refresher.
Water with lemon. So basically, we saw Joe rip his shirt. So in case the viewers didn't catch it.
It was very easy to miss. Very easy to miss.
I
I
had
missed
to
it. To be
screenshot
honest, I'm not even
Just
gonna
so
lie.
you guys know, is when he went in for a hug for Sin. That's when I noticed it. I don't know if you noticed it before or after, but I was like, what in the world?
That's exactly
What
what
in the Hulk?
shot I got. So basically, if you're listening to us on iTunes, Joe was enraged. He was bursting a blood vessel, and then he raised over to hug Sin, and his shirt was ripped down the back. So
That had to have only happened when he was going off on Safaree.
you think so?
I need
Like,
to see
I
this
can't
picture.
see it happening any other time. He was so tense in those moments. I'm telling you, his feet was dug in the sand.
That's
They were like,
messed up.
It was clenching, girl,
Yeah.
hanging on.
But I just really hope that he took a second to be like, why can I go from 0 to 100 so
well,
quickly?
apparently he mentioned something about it on his podcast that one of our AfterBuzzers was talking about. So I think he addresses it.
He also
Jump
said
in
it at the
podcast.
burning baggage. He said he has a problem with anger, so he acknowledges
And he
it.
said he moves from a space of fear. And
All
that's
right.
big for a man to actually admit that, honestly.
Well, Rhavin, you got some news and gossip for us.
Oh, yes. Erica Mena had a lot to get off her chest regarding Rich speaking on her behalf to her newly fiance. She was like, I don't even know why you're thinking about me. That was 5 years ago. And she definitely called him abuelo, which means grandpapa in Spanish. So she basically was like, mind your business, mind the business that pays you. Oh,
Okay.
And I second that, Erica.
Yeah.
I do
What you
too.
do with the filter? I don't like when men use filters.
well, it's always the woman that puts it on them,
Sydney
Oh,
Star?
Sydney's. Okay, so we talked about it, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. The song that Mariah Lynn helped Sydney Star with, which we called a little bop, it's called Boss Chicks, featuring Mariah Lynn, of course, naturally. So it's out. You guys can definitely check it out on all the media sites, the blogs. You can probably Google it. I was having a hard time finding it a few weeks ago, but...
Sydney looked really pretty right there. It
I
threw me for a loop.
know.
Just looking, I was like, wow.
And
I
she's
just
got to
really
get
love-
this shmoney,
She like
y'all.
Cardi
'cause
B.
But
She
Mariah-
like-
Low-key, yeah, I was
Mariah
looking at that too.
Lynn
I was like, I gotta know.
It's such a real one, and as Love and Hip Hop fans, we just haven't held her down. This
Yeah.
girl is
Who?
actually really
Mariah.
talented.
Oh.
She should have been popped off.
She said,
I'm
"Who?"
so
Yeah, we-
serious. This is not a game. I'm serious. And the fact that Mariah is just a real one, like some people, no. Some people try to help you, and they're not really helping you. They just want to help
true.
you.
Is it like her first song?
Example.
I mean, listen, we're not going down. I don't know what the
Yeah,
song is.
I mean,
the
you know.
point is, Mariah Lynn puts
You
her
know
money
the
where
song
her
I'm
mouth
talking
is
about.
in any situation. You know
Once
what I
upon a
mean?
time,
No.
I was an eight.
I was, ooh,
And I'm
minute. Of course I like that
Shout
song.
out
I
to
think
That's
Mariah
why
Lynn.
she didn't make it.
It was catchy.
Shout out to Mariah Lynn, though.
Yeah,
I do.
it shouldn't have been her first song. Whoever her A&R
That's
team needs
such
to be
a
fired.
double standard.
All right, well, moving next on the docket. So Joel Santana has officially started his 27-month sentence.
so sad.
Even with the whole rush, you know, will you be my wife? And then they got married and, you know, everything. 27 months, a little more than 2 years. That goes by really fast. Like, maybe I'm being insensitive, but
He might get
I
out
would have
on
been
good
happy.
behavior.
I would have been really happy with that decision coming out the courthouse. I'm like, all right, I'll see you in no time.
That's
I
2
don't
years,
know.
3 months.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to go fast. I mean, I moved to San Diego for 2 years, and I was back in a jiffy, but I understand it's two different
It
things.
might be, you know, good behavior situation.
Yeah,
that may
you never
happen.
know.
How often do you think they can get it in? Like,
Well, that's
know what?
another reason why they really had to get married if you think about it. 'Cause
Conjugal
you can't
visits?
get it in unless you're married.
how often do they allow it? Like once a week?
I feel like
Can
it
you
might
come
be
once a day.
Maybe
I
it's
think
once a
Pat-
month.
Didn't Papoose say he had to wait like 6 weeks, like in between like
Dang.
breaks
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
yeah,
Remy?
something like
Like you had to wait like a certain amount of weeks, but
Dang, that's
Yeah.
messed
it
up.
depends. But remember, like Remy like beat the brakes off somebody, so it's like, or she shot
No,
somebody.
she didn't beat the brakes. She literally shot
Her
her friend.
So she like shot
her
somebody.
friend.
So,
What
yeah.
about your friend?
You know what?
These friends are terms we
Again,
use
coming
loosely.
back to castmates versus real friends.
I know, but this was not a castmate. This was like her homegirl in the
I
club
mean, even
with
in
her.
real life, you can still have castmates.
I guess
I think that was way before Remy
but that
was
was her
even on
real
TV,
friend.
though.
She thought she
Girl.
stole some money from her. Okay, anyway.
That's intense.
She crazy.
Yeah, don't mess with Remy and her money or her family.
Or this
Speaking
baby.
of Remy, I actually have a picture too. Other than this video, Jonathan, if you find it, they finally revealed the golden child, little Remy, reminiscent. I mean, yeah,
Reminisce.
reminisce. I'm like reminiscent. Reminisce Mackenzie Mackey. That's her name.
That's
So
cute.
basically, Remy has a little junior.
Oh, I want a junior. Her name Reminiscent.
Reminisce.
You know,
I'm sorry,
like,
I messed
I don't
up.
know why y'all
It's
throwing this tea. Reminiscent.
Because
like-
reminiscent sound like real special. Like reminisce.
It makes me think of what is that? Maleficent.
Yeah. Reminisce. Yeah, I think Remy's
Reminisce.
name is Reminisce.
Reminisce. Yeah, that's how she got Remy. She was like, I need another little Remy.
Yeah. So
Is this
she's,
the shirt?
she's yeah, that was the shirt thing.
Go back, Jonathan. I want to see the ripped shirt.
Oh yeah, that's the shirt.
Oh, my
there, there it is.
goodness.
I
We
did not
found
pay
the shot.
attention. I think that, like, I thought that was her arm. So it's like, you know, like the
No.
other arm reaching across. So yeah, I was not paying
Maybe the
attention.
shirt was just too small. We giving them
Why
too
You know,
much
people be
credit.
getting them
Getting your
schmediums.
shirt.
They
Yeah.
be getting them schmediums and then don't realize once they just do this, it just pops in the back.
Why does
Oh my
it,
God!
why didn't
Honestly,
they tell
that
him
just
though?
really wow. That
No,
is-
I think they definitely told them because another little moment that I don't know if you guys caught when Yandy was talking, she had like some lipstick on her teeth.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
And then they cut to another part and it was cleared off. So I'm definitely positive that there was a moment when he was like, "Man, I done ripped my damn shirt." And
They
they were
forgot
like,
to-
"Just
He
cool,
should
just
have
sit
just took the
back."
shirt
Just like with-
off.
I mean,
He
that's
probably,
his outfit.
He probably got a dad bod.
Oh
That's his
yeah,
outfit.
he didn't want to show the man boobs.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
But we also have like our little friends who like made up, but we'll see what happens next week. It's more like predictions. Yeah, when we get into that, I definitely want to talk
Let's
about
get
this little
into it
threesome
right
that
now.
we have right there.
Let's get into it right now.
I'm looking like, where?
next time I got
Now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Thelmyy about to tell us.
What do you think is gonna happen, girl, in your crystal ball?
So look at this. Oh, girl, no. Okay, look at this little threesome right here. Right. So you see
They're
them
really pretty.
smiling.
all big booties.
Okay.
I know.
They little
Okay.
thickums.
So now, what was the intention of the bridesmaids?
What do you
Right?
mean?
Like in terms of just like people picking people that you know. We don't even see. We see one other person that I can't recognize. Because she had like, if you see there's another picture where there's like a maid of honor. There we go. Like the one person, like maybe that's her real friend. But like outside of that, I'm
Like her
these-
sister. I know, like her
yeah,
sister.
like these pictures look real nice and sweet. But we'll see what happens at the reunion.
Well,
because
why do I feel like somebody was
Look at that.
Sin the last one? I was like, why did it look like it was a Diddy crop next to Sin? Like,
But
who was on that?
for real.
No, it
But
was
you
just the four of
also
them.
heard Kimbella. Oh, there was an extra bonus clip where she asked Yandy to be her bridesmaid, and in that clip, she explains to Yandy like, all you have to do is show up. Like, you know, most weddings you have bridesmaids. That's your crew. Like, they help you get stuff ready. They help
Yeah.
you with everything. she didn't have her bridesmaids do anything. So I feel like in that sense, maybe it was easier to just pick some people to be your bridesmaids versus like your down crew that's gonna hold you down and
Throw
help you
you
get things.
I don't think she had no damn crew.
Yeah, like I don't.
Look,
It
That's
wasn't
what
that.
I'm saying.
It wasn't
Because
that
for her to
type
be
of
so
party.
upset about like missing Yandy, like it feels like she's been going through a lot of things alone. It's her and her sister, and that's
Yeah.
why when she met Sin, because I think she just. I mean, I don't want to like.
just met Sin,
yeah.
It seems to me as though she just met Sin. Like she's a cool
Yeah,
girl.
remember
but
that time when they
jumping
went with
to
Jonathan? That was her
bridesmaid?
first time meeting Sin.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
saying.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's just it was just a little funny.
Little
for
But
me.
that's what I'm saying. It wasn't your typical like bride squad.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, what's the intent?
But you never know.
A pretty
Judging by
picture?
these Louis Vuittons, the other girl probably planned everything and probably did everything to the
sister.
point that it
Or
was like,
was that
all you
her
got to
sister?
do is just tell your homegirls to show up.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Plus,
She
it was
probably
done
planned
in
it all.
such
like,
a short time and such
Oh,
short
that's true.
notice. So
But
it was like-
regardless, whether you ask Yandy or your real friend, you should still be able to fall in line. So why not ask your real friend? You know what I'm saying? Fall in line if you gonna do this. You know. I don't know.
Good information.
Formation, ladies. On my wedding, that's how it's going
I'm
down.
serious. Yeah, anybody I've been a bridesmaid for, like, that's my friend. I'm not doing all that back and forth, going to New Orleans for your bride. No, I'm not doing all that. I'm not.
I would be in
Unless y'all got
somebody's
the
wedding
money.
just for the food and the dress, though. It's
Well, you
fun.
better
And
hope
the
they pick a
pictures.
cute dress, hunty, because you don't really have a say in that when you're a bridesmaid.
Oh, and I don't want to be a bride.
Yeah.
And then you pay for your dress as a bridesmaid too.
you do. You
Sometimes,
have to
unless
pretty
they
much pay for
balling, and
yourself,
they
yeah.
sponsor the whole thing. That happens every blue moon.
Yeah, there's that.
I couldn't do it.
Well,
My
guys-
girls understood.
Well, you don't know, girl. You don't know yet. Oh, well, you already got married.
We done already been there.
Girl,
She was like, my friends understood.
They understood.
guys, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode. We'll be back with the reunion. And if you would like to keep up with me, you can follow me on Instagram at MISS Conversation Piece or tweet me at MISS Convo Piece. And check me out on Real Housewives of Atlanta as well.
I'm Thelmyy. You can check me out on Instagram at Thelmyy with 3 Ys. And that's really it. See you guys soon.
Thanks for joining us, AfterBuzzers. I'm Rhavin with the V. You can find me at B Stays Busy. And shout out to Najad in the chat room.
Absolutely. You guys can follow me on Instagram at @the_Kayla Rene'e. See you next week.
See you next
ya.
time.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.